Hello guys and welcome to another Ballaam's 5-minute rant, and today we're going to be talking about the recent state of F1 and more specifically the rule changes which they have been implementing very spontaneously, let's say. The issue I'm having with is the visor now, and if you don't know, when the driver has dust or water or something caught in their visor, they have these little strips which are called tear-offs, and in the middle of the race, say they have like a bit of rubber stuck in there, they can just go rip it off, chuck it onto the rest of the track and carry on racing. And it's a very quick action because obviously Formula 1 is a very fast sport. And the recent thing is, well, some of these tear-offs have been getting stuck in people's brake ducts, and therefore what drivers must do, that's bearing in mind about 210 miles an hour, so very fast, is not only go, I've got a bit of rubber in my face, I better go whoosh. But not only that, let's say it's windy as well, they may have to make sure that it doesn't fly out of their hand. They will have to place it inside the cockpit and then drive. Say you're going out of La Source, which is the first corner, which is pretty much a hairpin, and you're right up to Eau Rouge, and it's the start of the race and it's raining. You realise, hang on, it's getting, like, my vision is getting crowded, I better tear off this tear-off. And at this point you tear it off, and bear in mind, you have around about, what, 3 seconds potentially to do this, is you have to tear it off, place it in your cockpit, otherwise you'll get a penalty for throwing it out on the track. And then you have to focus on not only the people in front of you, but also the pretty much the biggest corner in F1 known as Eau Rouge, where it's a left, right, left, which is difficult enough, not only A, in the dry, but B, is very difficult in the rain, C, when you've got cars in front of you, and D, when you're placing unnecessary rules like this into Formula 1. It was never needed. It's not the biggest concern in F1 right now to go, oh wow, the driver's recycling is a bit down during the race, maybe we should get them helping the planet a little bit more. The thing is, accidents happen, race incidents happen, and things getting stuck in brake ducts happens all the time. And we live, like, for instance, Spa, yeah, again I'm going to use Spa for this, has a blooming big forest in the middle of it. Let's say it's a windy day and a branch has a few leaves on it. Windy, blows one of the leaves away onto the track, and here approaches Lewis Hamilton going in first, and then the leaf gets stuck in his brake ducts and therefore he has to retire the car. Is he then going to say, well, therefore we are going to then make sure that the trees have more grippier leaves? That's something that you don't do. You've got to focus on what is actually the problem, which is the racing. The fact that Mercedes, or maybe not in Australia, but maybe come to maybe one or two other tracks, and certainly last year, the Mercedes are 30 seconds ahead, and they're doing really well. And yep, you can have teams winning a championship, and you can have them winning a championship by a fair bit, but don't make it 30 seconds, because then where is the battle for the front? It's not a battle for the front, it's the battle for third. The thing is, you need to create a more compact grid, and I'm not saying less amounts of cars, but as in, like, the difference between teams and drivers is smaller. You don't have, like, Manners who are 3 seconds behind everyone else. You have, like, Mercedes setting a 1:26 and then Manners setting a 1:27.5 or something like that, and everyone is within that 1.5 second bracket. Unrealistic, I know, but the general idea is there. If you make people more compact, therefore there's going to be more racing involved, because people are going to be closer together, therefore more able to make the chance of, ooh, I can go for that dive bomb down to the first corner of Australia, or ooh, I can maybe do a bit of a defensive manoeuvre around the last corner of Malaysia, and ooh, maybe actually nobody's going to get me down the inside, but nope, because I have gone onto the around the edge, I can make a counter-attack. That is what makes F1 good, and you're not focusing on it, in my opinion. You're focusing on just these silly things which don't matter. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I've been Ballaam, this is the end credits, signing out.
All that's left is a window to my soul. Come and get it.